Yo guys, what's up? Harstem has been practicing hard for 1 month, trying to get to the top 50 or the top 100 of the Warcraft 3 W3 Champions ladder. He has fallen short of the mark by a bit, but he's playing against someone that is in the top 100, and this is a way to test him. Harstem is Orc, Tekko is Human. Let's jump into it. Tekko is actually 2190 MMR right now. Harstem is at 1972. He peaked at 2000 MMR just once and then fell back down again. Here is the show match for best of 5 and $0 of prize money. This is Harstem's test project. He's a StarCraft 2 pro player that has embarked on a journey of relearning Warcraft 3 after playing Reign of Chaos for 2 years from 2007 to 2009 and playing Frozen Throne for 1 year. All of this was really casual. He wasn't really a pro or anything, but he was at some of the Dutch events. He's a Dutch player, right? So then he became a StarCraft 2 player and he won an IEM tournament in 2016. He is still a pro player and has been for many years. But a month ago I asked him, hey, wouldn't you like to learn Warcraft 3? And he said yes, but I want to also cap it off my training regime. I want to practice for a month. I want to do this seriously. I don't just want to get a little bit of coaching. I want a lot. And then after a month, I want to play against someone really good. And I will make top 50, he said. Now, he didn't quite manage it, but a very illustrious goal. He's now playing against someone much higher ranked than him. Tekko right now is rank 32 on the ladder. Now, that's not to say he's the 32nd best player in the world. The ladder just reset, and because of that, he has a higher ladder ranking right now. But before the ladder reset, he was at least top 100 on W3 Champions with his nearly 2200 MMR. By comparison, I'm 2400, which means I probably have a 90% chance of beating him in 10 games. I'll probably win 9. And he probably has that same chance against Harstem. But there is an unknown qualifier, a quantifier, whatever. Right? There's an unknown factor. Harstem has been an active RTS pro player. And as far as I know, Tekko is just really good. A just really good ladder player. He's probably done some competitions, but not to the same scale as Harstem. But his Warcraft 3 level, higher. So let's see how this game is going to be going. Harstem is going to be starting with a Farseer and a double burrow opening with a Grunt into a War Mill for a Headhunter follow-up. Whereas Tekko has gone for a Militia Creep on the Rock Golem, doing a pull with his Footman in order to make sure that the Rock Golem doesn't throw any rocks. Don't you hate it when they throw rocks? Now he's just a Golem, essentially. He's going to kill that Rock Golem, get a Talisman of Evasion. Not a very good item for Archmage. Meanwhile, Farseer is going straight to the main base. And Tekko has made one of his towers really deep so that it cannot be attacked by headhunters. If you build your Arcane Tower here, it will cover more area, but it can get taken out by headhunters. Here it is completely safe from them, but won't do as many poke shots on the Farseer. This is a super defensive tower just to keep his militia alive, and this militia is 2 wolf bites away from dying and will actually not end up dying. Harstem will get a single peasant for his efforts of harassing here, and he will no doubt be a little discouraged about the idea that Tekko has gotten level 2 without really taking a lot of damage during this. Tekko has sent his militia wide and far in order to try and save them. So where is Tekko at right now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 peasants. That's a lot for one base. But the absence of a 4th farm speaks to the idea that he will not be going for an expansion. He is going to be going for tier 2 with 10 peasants. As I said, that really is many peasants, way more than you need for a double sanctum opening, and definitely more than you would normally want with an arcane tower opening. If I didn't know any better, I would say it was a mistake, but giving it the benefit of the doubt, it means he has really big lumber plans for the tier 2, such as going straight for tier 3 and playing griffins from one base. Militia creeping while keeping Harstem busy with his Footman gives him a pretty nice amount of extra experience, and he even denied his own Water Elemental, making sure that the 42 experience did not go to Harstem. Harstem is trying to do whatever he can. He has killed 1 Footman and 1 Peasant, though the Footman also was denied by Tekko. Tekko is now over level 2.5, and if he kills the Wolf, all the better even for him. And he shot the Wolf. I think he got it. No, they were resummoned. Harstem was waiting for it. So Tekko is making a 4th and 5th farm, has his 4th, is making 5th. Don't see defend yet. Nice block a little bit with the grunt. Farseer block. Surround attempt. In these cases where they become too slippery, usually you want to just block and do as much damage as you can. And in the end, that's what Harstem tried. That's a very low Archmage. He sold Talisman of Evasion and purchased boots. But with this little damage, this little health, he doesn't really have much of a threat on his base, on Harstem's base. And Harstem realizes that and decides to kill Footman and presumably creep rather than following the Archmage. The best play, in my mind, would be to creep this right now. And Harstem feels the same. You know, it felt like just 2 days ago, or 2 weeks ago. Well, it felt like just yesterday, where Harstem wasn't sure if he could take a creep camp like this with 5-6 units, when of course you super can. He had been watching replays and finding people tackle camps with way smaller armors than he would think possible. And so he has improved that mindset about this. Meanwhile, Militia have crept this entire camp, which is insane that you can do that. Crept a little creep here. Archmage is now level 3. He's going to go back for the vault. Pick up a regen scroll. Presumably he could include some peasants, but it looks like he's being lazy about it and is not actually doing that. So he's just going to use it on Footman. I would definitely try to involve those peasants as well. So he sold the slippers, bought regen, and is now pressuring. That means that he's in a prime position to pick up a tavern hero. I think he's going to pick up a panda and going to go for the burrows. And Harstem actually has spike upgrade. There it is, panda. So this is an older meta, Archmage Panda, that was really popular back in 2020. I played in one W3 Champions tournament where I played against Hawk and Blade. And in it there was also Panda second. And my counter to it was Troll Regeneration, Spikes, and Torrents. Double Totem Torrents. So let's see if Harstem is going to be able to save any buildings here. The Bestiary is tankier. I think he can't save it though because of the sheer amount of damage. And his TC was in fact not looking and he gets surrounded. That's a dead TC. Where's the grunt? Did he heal solve it? No, he just left it there. TC dies, but it does mean his Bestiary survives. Which I almost wonder... I think that's actually... I mean, if I had to choose to get my Bestiary cancelled, TC killed, I'll probably want the Bestiary to finish. And let my TC get killed. I think somehow that's better. And so not the worst for Harstem. He is going to pull back. This grunt is actually going to aggro in when Panda shows up. Meanwhile, what is Tekko doing? I really don't feel like he needs that lumber mill, but maybe he does. Hey, he still has quite a lot of peasants. I think he's going to be way too high on lumber. Spike upgrade's doing some good work here on Footman. It's dealing 7 damage per hit. There's another surround attempt on TC, but this time it did not work. There's a very low headhunter there. He's going to pull it back. Does have troll regen. Pretty good pullback micro. Wolves are getting attacked here, but they can kill a single Footman. Headhunter's attacking another Footman. Oh, look at that. Using the Shaman to kill the Footman that was running away. He's even using every red headhunter to stutter step and follow them. He's not using Purge yet on the Water Elemental until it's definitively going to be a kill. Looks like 3 headhunters are destined to die here. It's 2 headhunters dead. 1 seemed to have escaped. Grunt is still on the hook for death if he shows itself. Headhunter block on the priest and focus fire. Pretty even battle between Tekko and Harstem. Tekko's going to send back all his footmen. There comes in the first sorceress. And Snare is... would it be finished yet? Does he already have Ensnare? Yep, he does. So that's going to be a dead Sork. And then I think he's going to Town Portal... Oh, he has Speed Scroll, so he doesn't need to Town Portal out. Using this to get the kill while running the rest away. Honestly, I couldn't have done this any better. This was good. Priest comes in.
A player's forces are under attack.
More Sork and Priest producing. Now you see how useless the lumber mill is? Tekko has 600 lumber. He really didn't need that mill. He needed something else to spend his money on. Heal Scrolls, Circlet. You know, of course he's going to expand now, and that's how he justifies the lumber bank. But this is just doing things in the wrong order that loses tempo. As for Harstem, his TC is now level 1.7. He's getting his brute strength upgrade, which he delayed for other upgrades. Shaman upgrade and a shaman, another raider. He's at 47 population, which means he can no longer fit in a Kodo beast in his 50 pop army. So he's going to have to go over 50 with that. And Panda, now with the boots for better positioning, is going to militia creep the rest of this to level 2.4. I expect a tier 2 expansion here. This is actually what I developed the mass torrent strategy for. Archmage, Panda, Harass. into Tier 2 Expo. My Torrent play was designed, and I'm not sure it still works because actually Torrent's kind of low, but they were buffed since 2000. My idea was they create this power valley during this time, which buys you time to go for Torrents. But yeah, that's not what Harstem is doing. He's got a more Tier 2 army, making his own expansion. Currently has a bank of 420, but not making an overburrow. But he is getting some good creeps. This one has to be crept without the Farseer if he wants TC level 3. My presumption is he stays here until Troll Warlord is half level, and then he pulls the Farseer away. But he's not doing that, so he will actually miss out on TC level 3. And it's too late. He only got the Troll solo with TC, so pretty close. He's gonna get heal scroll now. Harstem seems to love heal scrolls, which you know, kind of makes sense. There's one heal scroll, there's the second. He loves heal scrolls, dude. So there's the 5th burrow. Pillage is coming out because he wants to hit a timing with TC3. Everything is really, really low. He's gonna try to purge the slow away, perhaps. But he's not giving aura with TC. He's coming back in with the TC to give aura. There's another double purge. Trying to body block with TC, I would imagine. As Tekko smells blood in the water and is chasing, he's going to do another Fire Breath, which will kill one Sorceress. He's also leading him right to his expansion, Harstem is. With 2 more Shamans in production, he's going to have to take a fight. Ideally, he wants to go back and get heal salves. He actually just used the heal scroll just out of panic. I don't know if that was quite intentional or he just wanted to heal them up a bit. He wants to take up this position, get heal salve and heal his raiders. I don't think he's going to get that time. But he does not want to cancel his expansion. So there it is, clarity. Forgot to buy heal salve, goes back in. Didn't have the mana yet. Will be making a Kodo and another Shaman. Oh no! His raiders walk into creeps that do not rest at night. There is an evil there that does not sleep. Blizzard on his own footman by Tekko. Oh, it's such a mess. It's such a mess. Oh, it's such a mess. Harstem just won. Oh, Sorceress is in front. Everything is low. Everything is low. This is a big micro issue. Oh, he lost so many units to creeps. Oh, Harstem. So Tekko did a lot of damage with Blizzard and Fire Breath. Doesn't actually have a lot of mana left for the follow-up. But he now has the full War Machine in production with Spellbreakers coming out that are immune to Shockwave and Chain Lightning. We got Breakers coming out, 52 population. He's got a base with an Arcane Tower. Does not actually know Harstem has an expansion. I think he's literally not aware. So this Raider's heal solving, you want to keep that one back. He actually wants to go in, get an ensnare, and then he has to keep it back because otherwise it's going to get attacked. He does move it back now. One priest in bad position. He's going to get the kill. Archmage now has Brilliance level 2. He's going to aim a Blizzard here. Hitting his own Panda. Harstem's units try to move out of position. Kodo is speed scrolled but not currently moving. Shockwave hits just 3 units. There's an ensnare on the Breakers. Shamans acting a little funky, going back sometimes and back and forth. Breaker got eaten by Kodo. That's a huge Fire Breath Blizzard. There is no heal scroll anymore. Is Harstem going to pull in to see if there's any heal scrolls for sale? There are not. TC with the lightning shield got dispelled by Tekko. Shamans are getting attacked. They're really, really low. There's wolves. Dispel immediately. Priests are now out of mana. One Breaker dropping really low against the Headhunters. It's 54 population each. Harstem is mining mostly with 4 workers. There's a Wand of Mana Steal by the Tauren Chieftain. Many low units in the back that need to be sent home permanently, but Harstem is not looking at them right now. Harstem down to 47 population. I think Tekko has a very difficult time losing this game from here on out. He's got double level 4. He's just leading in units non-stop. Losing casters now and then, but ultimately he's got a way to heal himself up with priests. That's some Panda blocking with boots of speed. Nice blocks, nice blocks. There's the Fire Breath. That's got to be game. That has to be game. He's going to try to hold here with some new recruits. Harstem does have seriously good money. Keep in mind, Harstem may not be aware that Tekko has an expansion right now, so he may still be laboring off the idea that he's at least up a base if he can just rebuild Hero, if he can just rebuild units, he may be able to beat him over the head with a bag of money. Breaker's dropping pretty low. You can get the final breaker with a wolf. Not bad. So Harstem, 47 pop. Altar reviving. He finally... Look at how many grunts in production. He finally has an opportunity to heal up again a bit with heal, solve, clarity and whatnot. Accidentally uses speed scroll instead of heal, solve, clarity. Will show up without a speed scroll here. Completely undefendable position. Now Tekko is 46 population. Like, despite everything, his army is surprisingly small. He lost many units, and he's now starting to work on the scaling of his army. He goes back to the shop, gets a heal scroll, and will harass the peons once again. It is not quite down and out yet, but Harstem finally has some health again. A lot of grunts here. He's got a lot of grunts, but missing that crucial speed scroll that he accidentally wasted in his main. He's now not mining from another base. Never did scout this place. A grunt and 2 wolves would pacify that income for a bit. And then blundering into sorceress slow range without a serious commitment to fight, risky. Very risky. So this is a lot of grunts. You would want war mill upgrades, probably, at some point. You know, rather than triple grunt in production, probably want to start like a war mill upgrade attack, because armor doesn't work against Fire Breath Blizzard anyway. You want to take this position here because of Blizzard, and he's going to come in. He's going to send his peons to mine in anticipation of coming in with a counter. Any chain lightnings? So that's 1 unit kill. Honestly, game is still open. I will say, not in favor of Harstem. Harstem is just over 50, which means he's not fully mining yet. He never had 5 peons in mine. And meanwhile, Tekko is going towards 70 population. We'll go in with a mana pot. Clarity on the panda. He's going to look to see, can I maybe get Archmage level 5, Panda level 5. Harstem is actually creeping Farseer level 5 over TC level 4. Presumably for chain 3. It should be chain 3 in this case. Waiting for a heal scroll. Waiting for money for a heal scroll. He's poor. Harstem gets the heal scroll. Now the red camp being crept by Tekko. If he pulls away... Wait, he reskilled again? No freaking way. Why did he reskill? Wait, was he like Water Elemental Brilliance Blizzard? Oh, okay, so he did like... okay, I see. He was 2-on-1. Yeah, okay. Now he's... We have the overlay right there. I see it now, but I never looked at that before. I just looked at the game. So it's level 5-5. That's crazy. Blizzard 3, Fire Breath 3 with a 65 population. Tekko has 1100 lumber. More than enough. More than he'll ever need. So usually, you could add Wyverns here. Wyverns cannot get attacked by breakers. They do take a lot of damage from Blizzard Fire Breath, but they can kill casters pretty well. Definitely want Wyverns over just melee. That's a Drunken Ace Fire Breath. That is so sick. Only thing you can do now is Focus Fire, by the way. Focus Fire heroes, but then they're not super vulnerable either. Grunts on the breakers. Kodos on the breakers. Raiders on the casters, but there's a healing ward for Tekko that's not being addressed. And the militia are fighting raiders. Good Kodos, double devour. There's a blizzard aimed for raiders somewhat. Shockwave, chain lightning. Harstem is at 44 population. Tekko is destroying him, tearing him apart with splash damage. Harstem trying what he can to get some kills. There's double heal ward and they're not being cancelled. He has a blind spot for them. Finally sees them, but in order to attack them, goes so far out of position that the Farseer takes so much damage. He's slowed. One more hit and he's dead. One more hit. Fire breath. Boom. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Level 6. That's it. GG. 1-0. 1-0 for Tekko. Tech 1-0. Alright. Well played. Well played. Alright, here we go. Game number 2. Northern Isles. And now the question will be, will Harstem try to adjust in some way? Where he goes for a different build? Or will he try to execute the same thing but better? So for instance, there's a big mindset difference between this strat isn't good enough, I'm gonna change to something else. Or let's just not walk my units into creeps while I'm getting attacked. Does he want to execute better, or does he want to take essentially a roundabout? Or let's say a shortcut. Now, keep in mind, Harstem has not been practicing a lot of cheese. Whereas an old veteran like me, if I feel like someone played better than me in standard, I'll be like, well, I'll go mass wyverns then from a single farseer. And that could work. Harstem doesn't have such secret bullets in the chamber. There is a change here. He has not opened with a grunt on this map. Thanks for the subs, guys. Appreciate it. Harstem usually tries the same, but with better approach. Well, the build order is already different. So he's gone for the Headhunter opener here. Before, he was grunt into Headhunter opener. So now it's pure HH. And I don't know where this is going to lead. There was a really cool moment in our training, in our coaching, where Harstem, he actually went for Torrents, if you guys remember. There was a game on... what was the map? There was a game on Tidehunters where Harstem adopted partially my Torrent build from last week's coaching. He opened with Farseer and Headhunters and Shamans, and then I bait him to go tier 3 against an Archmage Panda guy, and then eventually he would have like 5-6 Torrents, and I told him like micro like this like that. It was like, I didn't hear anything you said because, you know, he's so intensely in the ladder game. Maybe he'll try that, right? In this game. Maybe that's the... basically the sign of this different build is tied in somehow in his mind with going for Torrents. Are we going to see double Totem from Harstem? Or Spirit Lords tier 3 with Bloodlust? Or Spirit Lords tier 3 with Torrents? Remains to be seen. And Tekko is opening here with a standard creep route again. He's going for the Ogre Mage, Militia creep, has an Arcane Tower pretty far away, back in his base again, and he will pick up a really nice Potion of Greater Healing. Farseer shows up. He's going to ignore the Archmage, go straight for the Peasants. There's this interesting... He's going to actually put one wolf on the Archmage. He learned from... that I said you shouldn't entirely ignore the Archmage. So with one wolf on the Archmage, you're basically making him pay a toll attacks on focusing your Farseer. So he's done 120 damage. Right, that's not bad. And now also one wolf should go near the Archmage, and he's kind of trying to like keep him near, but he's pretty far away. Tekko is going to summon another Water Elemental and start the Murloc Flesh Eater camp. Tekko once again is at 10 Peasants. So I'm pretty much assuming he's going to play the same opener every time. Which also means that he's basically thinking about tier 2 Expo all the time. These 10 Peasants. Because if you want to hit a better timing and you're a very aggressive player that tries to power creep a second hero, you would be ticking faster. You'd be going with 8 or 9 Peasants instead of 10. So he is probably always going to be tier 2 expanding, in my mind. Like when I see this. So Tekko, grab the gauntlet. Sending a Water Elemental that he knows is going to be running out soon. Therefore may not bequeath experience to Harstem. But Harstem's body block micro, a little bit too good, is going to get the 42 experience. Tekko is going to use the discrepancy in positioning to one another. He's actually going to use it to try and give Harstem the slip. But does not succeed in doing so because the map is pretty favored for the aggressor. If you look at the infrastructure, standing anywhere here on the minimap allows you to zone someone in their base. So if you want to lose someone on Northern Isles, generally you need to just start running like a maniac across the map. Use the rest of the space. You cannot use the hemisphere, like the semicircle of your own base, to give someone the slip because they'll always find you. Wolf, he's doing a great job of knowing where Tekko is with the Wolf and not giving the experience. So this is actually really, really well done. This is how you want to see it from an Orc. Using remainders of summons, using one summon to know where the Archmage is at all times. And while you know they're wasting their time, you go creep things. You could tell Harstem was thinking about it. He's like, I think that's a little bit too big. Does he still think so? Is he going to zone the Archmage or creep it? He's going to creep it! He's going to creep it. Does Tekko see this coming? He should have seen Harstem interject here. But he did not see Harstem intercept him. He's gonna militia creep the Ogre Warrior. And so Harstem gets a pretty lackluster parry up to Vitality, but a really good chunk of experience. And he hasn't really achieved anything yet, Tekko, in this time. Yes, militia creep this. He was always going to be able to do that. It is a difference, though, from previous game. This time he's going for Rifleman. So I think it'll be Mountain King second. And then he's going to hunt some Headhunters. And then he's going to creep his Mountain King to level 3 and then fight. That's generally the game plan. And Harstem, TC, Lodge, Bestiary. He's going to steal the Flesh Eater. Not picking up the item. It is Panda again. Okay. It's 1 for 1. 1 Headhunter down. 1 Footman down. And he has seen the Rifleman. Is he aware that he saw that? Sometimes people go for 1 rifle and then they fake out and they go tier 3. Not Tekko though. He's going for a Sanctum for realsies. 3 Peasant power build. Tekko's going to turn around, try to creep the Troll Warlord level 6. Thinking, you maybe don't know where I am. And is Harstem going to give him that space and give him something that good? It goes fast. There's a lot of damage here. So he gets the Troll Warlord level 6. With the Wand of the Wind, can be very strong. Harstem is going to creep the other spot. That's generally the next spot the human will check. If human did not finish all the little creeps with the Frost Armor, he would be having a monster creepjack. But because he's finishing these low value camps, he will not be creepjacking on time. This is actually why sometimes people take only the best creeps and then leave. So at the very least, Harstem is going to have the Null Overseer with a very good Rope of the Magi. Macro is looking not perfect. There's some lack of production. Burrow is a little late. But Harstem can be satisfied getting the most of that camp. And Tekko now finds out he's been robbed in broad daylight. He's actually going to send the militia back. He's like, well, I don't need militia for this. The level 6 ain't here anymore. This is a perfect example of the value of stealing a creep camp away. This is not worth your time, this Footman. It would have been much, much better to ignore this and go for the gold mine or this gold mine. Harstem showing up here is the worst possible thing he could do. There's nothing to fight for in this area of the map. He's not level 2 yet on the Taran Chieftain. He has shown where he is, even though he knew where the opponent is. And so he has given information for free. There's a War Stomp, second Cyclone. There's a way to get your TC safe. He could just TP out. He could walk away. He has no heal scroll. This is a very, very bad fight. Also into Militia. He saw where Human was. Human's options were red spot, orange spot. And Harstem's option was the entire map. He could go to his own lab, natural of the human, his own natural, red spot. He could do anything, but instead he showed up with a low level TC, forced a fight where he uses mana, which is much harder to replenish than human mana from a Brilliance Aura. This is exactly what a human wants, these marginal, meaningless fights. Humans love meaningless fights like this. Tekko's going to send Double Water Elemental to the natural. Now a very late arrival at the natural. And now it is the opposite. Now Tekko knows where Harstem is. And so imagine that Tekko shows up now with this army, goes to Harstem here, and then walks away. That's basically the equivalent of what Harstem did, right? It's very valuable to know where someone is when they don't know where you are. And the last thing you should do is show up for no reason. He's going to sell this, buy heal scroll. He wants to know, do you have an expansion? Will not get to know. Harstem is at 49 population, finishing his final upgrades. He is having a bit of a lack of heal solve problem. Has a heal scroll. There's going to be an expansion attempt again by Harstem. Roughly same time by these two players. Waiting for a heal scroll, 3 seconds away. Tekko wants his own heal scroll. His Panda's level 3 with a Pendant of Energy. His rifles are 1 attack upgrade. And Harstem kind of wants to fight. He's got a Pendant of Energy on his own Taran Chieftain. Positioning will be everything. The way you want to fight this is to have your Headhunters assassinate the priests, while the TC War Stomps the rifles. By killing the priest, Lightning Shield gains value. Harstem is still at a point in his training where his Shamans are often too far forward. Purge, of course, is a good thing. Nice dodge! That's 150 mana on Panda that did almost nothing. He cancels the Arcane, gets his own expansion. Tekko comes in, just does a Fire Breath because he still had Drunken Haze on those Headhunters. Kills a single Headhunter. There's a TC with a Lightning Shield. Kodo's gonna speed scroll forward, maybe try to eat a Rifleman. did not quite follow up with it yet. There, he eats a rifle. There's a war stamp. Not the best, just gets 2 peasants, a priest, and an archmage. There's the heal scroll for Tekko. Kodo is already eating, so does not need to be that far forward. Harstem they did trade a lot of mana. He's gonna try and TP out. Wants to keep his raider alive. This Shamans will not go with the TP. Meanwhile, Footman has done hundreds of damage on this Great Hall. Tekko immediately moves in. Has his own expansion starting. Is now actually a little low on lumber. Actually, he's extremely low on lumber. He has 0 peasants on lumber. 5 go to the expo, and he's gonna power build, so soon he will not have lumber. So, Harstem doesn't know this, and nobody would know this. But if Harstem just plays one base and then starts running on peasants on both bases, that would be a very strong way to play. Consider this. There are no sorceresses, so you can hit and run as much as you like. Very low on peasants, right? And Tekko just went over 50, so it would be fantastic for Harstem to switch to like a hit and run style, but nobody would know this while playing the game. Harstem, no upgrades yet on his units. Oh, he does. He has 1 Headhunter attack upgrade for a single HH. Did lose some, so doesn't have as many as normally you would like. He's also making mass grunts. So this should have been an armor. So with Orc, I don't know why you went here. There's no creeps here.
Under attack. The town is under siege.
His rifle is still showing where he is. And now he goes for the red spot. Now, this is known by Tekko, but Tekko goes back for a single wolf. This is not good for Tekko. He should be creepjacking that, because he saw the Kodo. But I think maybe until Kodo went down here, he thought that this Kodo could be going for the main. That's why he went defensive. But this is a very poor decision by Tekko to stand here and defend. He just really wants to make his expansion worth it. And he knows he's low on lumber. And that's why he's trying to repair that situation. Now Harstem is creeping this without TP, without heal scroll, without heal solve. This is a big problem. And normally you would need backpack to bring in heal solves. He also has no fortified defenses, so he's taking an insane risk that just happens not to be punished. He's as far away as possible without defenses on burrow and no TP and not even a speed scroll. So now he sees like, hey, that's where your army is. Tekko does not notice the grunt, will not try to surround, or does not care. Harstem does have a speed scroll. He's going to go to the shop. Now he's going to feel the pain of leaving bases without fortified and TP. Wolves go in. Will kill maybe 1 peasant because of Arcane Tower. First burrow is going to get attacked. I expect a fire breath on the peons. Oh, he doesn't want to waste fire breath on peons. First raider dies before the fight really begins. Shaman's inside rifles again. 1 will die instantly. Second gets attacked. There's a war stamp on 2 rifles. Need to keep that cloak of flames TC in the midst of things. That's a pretty good position for TC to be in. Oftentimes holding the stomp for a little longer can be worth it at times. Pretty damn good fight for Harstem though. Kodo's gonna try and eat. Does not eat, but will use the remainder of speed scroll to get away far enough again. No expansion for Harstem right now. TC is gonna go in, get a really good war stamp on 5 units. And he will try to focus a final rifle, and he does get it. That priest did not take damage because of a quarter-second delay of chain lightning animation to the damage point. Harstem is now 4 population up. 4 population up, but against someone that he knows has an expansion. Tekko is stuck. He's stuck in his base. And his units are blocking the peasant from opening it up. Every tree has 50 chops. It's possible that this tree has been chopped before. But if not, it's going to be 50 chops. And he stopped mining. He stopped mining the tree by accident. Unless he's afraid of getting attacked and he doesn't want it open. No, he does want it open. Alright. So Harstem leaves his base without healing salve because he used all 6. That means that TC does not actually have healing salve. And will not have. And so he's going to creep this. TC will be like 20% after this. And with no way to heal it. Very risky. He's re-expanding. Does have fortified burrows now. Is getting some insane items and XP, by the way. There it is. Oh, another cloak of flames. Yeah, sure. Go put your Farseer in the middle too of enemy army. Double cloak, even better than single cloak, right? Selling it though, that's a lot of money. How much is it? I don't know. It's a lot. I mean, it does stack, I think. Oh, he's creeping greedily. He's creeping greedily. Now, Tekko realizes, oh, you've already taken this. He can now either pressure or he can creep. And he decides to creep. But as he pulls down to kite the camp, he sees where Harstem is. And it seems like he's okay with that. He just wants to get his own creep. Now, Farseer is going here for a heal scroll. TC is solo creeping. He's almost level 5. Get the Ogre Mage or level 5. That's pretty much... That's insane. If TC gets level 5, it doesn't matter how long Human had an expansion with rifle casters. So Tekko has actually done a Spellbreaker switch away from rifles. His rifle upgrades right now are 1-0. But he has gone to double Sanctum because he feels Chain Lightning Stomp are getting a bit too strong. So Harstem now goes back, gets double heal solve, saturates his expansion. And if his double heal solves finish running, I think he wins. But if he gets caught before the heal solves have taken a lot of effect, bad. Bad for him. So one heal solve needs to go to Kodo, one to TC. He's slow at applying them. There's the second heal solve. Is he gonna heal solve this Headhunter? Yes or no? Looks like he's holding it for now. No, you can't creep now. No creeping anymore. Bad. This is very bad creeping. This is fake. Does he know it's fake? Expo will finish. He's in a very bad position. Did Archmage reskill to Blizzard? Yes. Alright, heal solves are still running. Those raiders need heal solve as well. That grunt. But if a speed scroll is good and the war stomp is good and he splits against... Oh, Drunken Haze Fire Breath kind of whiffs. He speed scrolled. He speed scrolled. This is what Tekko wanted. He's taking the choke. There's the Blizzard. TC not going forward with that speed scroll. He missed his chance. There's one more speed scroll. There's one more speed scroll, but you need to hold position here, here, and just wait. Tekko doesn't want to take this position. He wants this position. There it is. There it is. Hold position. So now Tekko's going to try to do a little bit of poke and to try and bait Harstem to speed scroll badly again. But there's the ensnare on the breakers. That's going to be some breaker attacks. TC tries to get a position for a war stomp. That's a good one. That's a nice one. Now where's the lightning shield on the Tauren Chieftain? Now keep in mind, TC does not have invulnerability potion. That's some good damage though, but there's no more heal scroll. I think Tekko is winning this. Harstem is not taking good enough care of his units. There's no chain lightnings yet either. That's a good chain lightning shockwave, but his units are too low because too many false moves. There's one more war stomp. There it is. There's the lightning shield. Where's the chain lightning level 3? There it is. Everything dies. Harstem is 50 pop. Tekko is 50 pop. Okay, now it's time to summon wolves and use them to body block for yourself. Go to the laboratory, get the Zeppelin. Oh my goodness. Fire Breath. Next one will take him out, but there's Endurance Aura. Oh, he got away. Any eating? No eaters? Alright. He's been kicked from the all-you-can-eat buffet. Wow, Tekko is at 44 population. What's he making right now? Some of that is in production, so he's effectively standing with 40 pop. Harstem has been mining during this and is at 51 pop, and he made that very important second Voodoo Lounge. That fight? I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. I think I'm putting Harstem on a pretty... I'm putting him on blast a bit. Because my expectations for him have gotten so high. It's gotten to the point where I watch him that I just want to take over, you know? I want to take over. Like, I have really high expectations of him. But overall, that was pretty well done, right? Update score. Oh, yeah. I can update the score in W3 Booster. Where's the booster?
The town is under siege.
There it is. And I can update the text later as well. Yeah, I have high expectations. Then you know, and then you don't like to be backseating when playing other games? Yeah, but look, I'm not telling him, I'm telling you guys. That's different. I don't mind how much you talk to your cat while you watch me play Elden Ring. I never said you can't. Let's see, there's a Drunken Breath, Fire Breath. Drunken Haze Fire Breath on just 2-3 units. He actually is doing what you taught him, just not on Lynn's level. Yeah. Let's see, none of these coders are eating. Oh, he could catch some sorceresses with Perch and then Snare. Hello? Ah! Neither of them noticed? Okay. Eyes on the prize. So you also normally want to burrow here. That does mean there were no reinforcements allowed. Oh, he's just gonna TP out. You could kill this priest if you attacked it with the Grunt Raider, 2 Farseer autos and a chain. Lost 1 unit, 7 out of 10. So Tekko, he's making a lot of units. When you have tier 2 and no tier 3, and you have 900 gold, there's no excuse not to make rifles. Of course you're gonna make rifles. Double breaker, yes, but also rifles. Let's see, he's got double heal scroll. He needed those against War Stomp, Chain Lightning.
A player's forces are under attack.
I would just BAM! Go on the Archmage. Shablamo. Who you gonna Blizzard? Now it's bad position. Because Archmage was in front, but now he's not. Oh, this is so awful. He did get 2 Devours, but the position is... No, Harstem, you can't do this. Wow. Hey, you're Blizzarding your own army. Don't fight here! Come on! Okay, I am an objective caster. This is a... I need to just talk about what Tekko is doing well, alright? This is such a good position for Tekko. He's really abusing the positions here. Everything is low. There's no heal scrolls. There's a heal scroll finally again. He uses it, but he keeps standing in the blizzard and he's not using its snare to cancel the blizzard. I think he is aware on some level that that snare cancels blizzard. But I think he's being signal overloaded. Oh, this is gonna be so big! What? Tekko! And there's not been a single War Stomp. He actually reskilled to Shockwave. Oh my god. This is really something. Where's the next Shockwave Chain Lightning? There it is. There it is. Nice heal scroll catching the Shockwave. Tekko is down to 54, Harstem to 46. TC is almost level 6. Is he just going to Shockwave again? 2 more units. I mean, it's not min-max, but... Oh my god, the Raiders came back. He does have 2 armor upgrades now on Raiders. Which, by the way, feels correct, but actually isn't. Because you're like, well, I might make Raider, Wyvern, Grunt Raider. They all benefit from armor. It doesn't matter, right? All of your damage... Oh my god, the Archmage. All of your damage is coming from Fire Breath Blizzard. So there's no point getting armor upgrades. Anyway, it's damn close. 53 pop. Panda and Archmage are now level 5. So many units were killed. Harstem is thinking about taking the 3rd. Burrow can help defend. There's a Blizzard. If he doesn't insta-react, he's gonna get... No, you're going the wrong way! This is not StarCraft! Put the peels in the Burrow! You rub the lotion on the skin. Come on. Don't run away. Farseer, so low. He has heal pot, but Tekko is not allowing him to get back. There's a Chain Lightning. Shockwave, I think, missed everything. Farseer kind of died there. Oh, that's a big blizzard. He's gonna try to eat right through the blizzard. There's a Shockwave, gets another kill. He did bring in new peons, I think. Oh, because the main ran out. Not remaking the Farseer can't right now. He's gonna try to surround the Panda. The peons are actually attacking breakers, but dying in the blizzard. Dude, Tekko really dragged the victory out of his ass here. There's that Witch Doctor. Why are they ignoring TC? Because he has an ability called Reincarnation, which allows him to respawn with full life and mana. GG. Whoa. Very, very, very close. Well played by Tekko. Really just using positional advantage, showing both his higher MMR and his positional advantage, his experience in picking the position. He's choking. No, this is pretty on. This is pretty on the level for Harstem. This is not a choke. The thing is, these games are incredibly difficult to play. I felt the same sense of being overwhelmed in Dota 2 oftentimes, where there are so many things going on in a fight that even things that seem obvious to a viewer or to you in a quiet moment are suddenly not obvious anymore when you're playing under a stressful situation against a higher level opponent. Totally normal. Here we go, Concealed Hill. Let's go. Potentially the last map, or this potentially the swan song for Harstem, or perhaps it is the return of the year of Harstem. Harstem, altar first. Tekko, altar first. Now, based on my expectations of Tekko's style, so far. I would expect a no footman scout instead for him to use the footman to pull the rock golem cap and to creep that. And what is Harstem gonna do? There's a couple of ways in a best of 5 to change your style big time. Right? I tend to change my style quite a bit in a best of 5. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. One thing you can do when an opponent shows he's always using his first militia for scouting is to do something very efficient without scouting yourself, because he does not know what you're doing but may still expect for you to show up anytime. So one thing you could do, when Happy was playing Orc and when Hitman plays Orc, they tend to creep more than other Orcs that play more harass. And even Fly recently has been doing more straight creeping than harass. Evaluating the way that the previous games have gone, I would say Harstem's harass value has been pretty low, but this, like, he hasn't killed a lot, but he does get to know where Tekko is for a while, and he has then used the early mid game well to get some big creeps while keeping tabs on where Tekko is. I think that's been his strongest side so far. But what Tekko has been doing is triple farm Arcane Tower. That is not greedy. You know what the greediest thing is a human can do? There's two things. Double farm tech on 8 peasants, no arcane, no third farm, 2 footmen, tech. That's the greediest. And the second greediest is triple farm, straight creep the natural. When those two things aren't happening, and when Arcane Tower is never getting skipped, it's really not that important to harass immediately. And I would expect Tekko, as a less experienced tournament player, or so I thought, to play the same 3 times in a row, especially since it's been working. But as I say that, that's actually not what's happening. Tekko is doing a double farm tech, without a third farm, without an arcane, and this would be the game where I would stop harassing, because he's always done enough self-damage by slowing himself down that you can get greedy yourself and creep by yourself. But Harstem shows up and will actually be rewarded for his tenacity in repeating at least his opening hero build order. And he's finally going to get a peasant, and he sees, hey, you don't have an arcane tower. This is going to be a very different game than before. It's going to be a very different game than before, because his wolves get to roam a lot more. Thank you very much, Focalt. I'll read it again later. There's double elementals here. Denied. Obtained. So Harstem kills a peasant. He kills a water elemental. And Tekko resummoned another to defend himself. It is actually a bad habit for human to summon an elemental just to defend yourself. And now he panicked a bit. He actually called to arms for a second. This is the worst Tekko has looked so far. He is doing that thing I talked about. The super greedy fast stack double farm delayed arcane. He's gonna try to play as follows. No lumber mill. Mounting fast comes out much earlier than usual, like 5:30. Or 5:30 or 6 or so, 5:45. And then you go for Rifle and Sanctum, and you even try to skip Arcane Vault, and you skip Lumber Mill. But there's a couple of problems. He's locked up one of his own peasants. He had that little call to arms skerfuffled. He doesn't have a lot of mana because... Oh, okay. Yeah, but Harstem also played a little different. Harstem here went for a 1 burrow tech with 1 grunt, and didn't go for a lot of units early. So this is a faster tech for both of the players, actually. As you can see, Harstem's tech is going to finish at about 4:30, so he will get a very early second hero. Tekko is going to be sending his footman to the fountain. There's a grunt at the fountain. You don't want to be too deep, and in fact, he expected the Archmage to show up and didn't want the Archmage to pull. So Harstem, I think, got another water elemental. 42, 42, 82, 25. I think he got another water ele. 82, 107. Yeah. Oh, I know why. He was tier 2, but didn't start his TC. That's why he has more than 42 experience. He got 47 experience or something from the water elemental. Because he was tier 2, there's a bonus in XP for single hero bonus. This could be a water elemental surround. He's gonna just focus the Archmage to try and drop damage on his own Headhunter. A peon jumping into the fray as well. Headhunter gonna take another hit from the footman. He's about 4 hits away. Peon is gonna run away. Maybe into the burrow, maybe not. There's the launch and the bestiary. Meanwhile, Tekko has 2 rifles. 5:25 Mountain King starts, which is indeed early. There's the Arcane Sanctum. These kind of builds run very low on econ. Tekko showing he has more build versatility than the one he has been showing so far. Farseer actually got level 2. Archmage level 2.2. So you may be wondering why Tekko is not creeping to level 3. Whenever you're doing this double farm blacksmith opening, the super fast tech, you're always playing disruption more than build up as human. You just need level 2 and then you just try to waste orc time. So this move here, this Farseer harass, normally would be fine at this time. But against the super fast Mountain King, after minute 6, 6:10, 6:15, you can no longer show up thinking, I'm safe. Because if the human is worth his weight in gold, he's just gonna bolt surround you. So you show up, you're like, oh wow, Mountain King already? That's normally how they get you. Now Harstem is level 2, he should not harass. It's too late, I think. TC needs level 3. And he is gonna go for that. Harstem gets his 4th burrow. Shaman, Raider, and Snare. Wolf. Wolfmaster, Morg Wolfsong kind of continues showing up. This is very risky walking like this in front of Mountain King. Tekko did not believe in his skills to get this around. TC will get about level 2.9 from this. That's a very good item, independent of energy. Harstem's macro is definitely his best. More worried for him in battle. Mountain King will get level 3 soon. As you guys can see, it's much easier to keep your army healthy as a human player than as an orc. The priests show up and it just kind of happens automatically. Orc has to deal with this kind of stuff. Especially with the FSTC opener, where no healing comes for free. That does make Concealed Hill a little easier, but the camp is sufficiently defended. You don't want to start this camp yet. If you do, you're going to get yourselves cancelled. Or if you start it, don't involve the heal-solving units. The Mountain King is now level 3. Tekko is now ready to fight. He will work on his gunpowder upgrade with his final money. Mountain King is 3. He's going to have Thunderclap level 2. He's going to show up. It's a kind of a creepjack, not really, but he has been spotted. So Harstem can get in position, or he can just speed score or TP out. There should be one free shaman here. There's a clap. Hit only 2 units. Looked better than it really was. There's the Stormbolt. It can't be saved, and it should not be attempted either. Killing Footman here only. Again, a good position for Tekko. There's a good position for Warstamp, though. There's a Mana Steal on the TC. TC does have Invul. He's gonna TP out and do another Warstamp. It's really just the fights are a big problem for Harstem, and this TP will not buy him enough time to heal up. I think we're looking at the 3-0 coming up soon. Tekko just hitting a good timing, good block there on the Stormbolt. That should have been a Thunderclap for Tekko. There is no heal scroll for Harstem. He's fighting into the Mountain King with the 4 hero armor. We'll get that rifle, eat another, and get away. TC will walk to the Voodoo Lounge, get a heal pot, presumably. Many units low here for Harstem. I think what would be neat is that I ask Tekko for a game after this as well. Just kind of... I feel like we all need this. We all need this. After watching Orc get beaten like this. That's a Thunderclap on 2 peons. Yeah, I want to take revenge for my student and friend. Yeah, we all need this. We need revenge. I think give Harstem another month and they're gonna go 50-50. Because Tekko is also improving, right? Like, he's learning and improving as well. He's not some kind of fixed goalpost that is unchanging. No heal pot. TC dead. Shaman Purge. And Wolves level 2. There it is. Not a lot of DPS left for Harstem, and the Shaman's too far forward again. They're easy to kill in this position. He is trying to kill the Mountain King. There's the TP. Oh. At some point, I think Mountain King had about 13 health. Harstem is actually just prolonging the suffering. There is no way back. But by making him TP, he needs to suffer again. Now I want Spiral also to play against Tekko. We need more reparations. Tekko, I'm sorry, but your Friday night is gone. Yeah, we need a lot of reparations right now. It hurt too much. If this game had continued, would the human make more Footman breakers? He could just go 55 pop rifle Sork priest. He doesn't really need breakers. But yeah, you could add some. For sure. You could definitely add some. That's a free priest. Coming to spread the word of the Lord and Savior, Arthas. Have you heard of his good work in Stratholm? This is Azeroth. Bam, thunderclap. Kodo dead. Shaman getting focused. There's mana. That's it, GG. 3-0 for Tekko. Well played. Alright, let me hit this guy up for revenge.